Right, a robot to help people living with memory loss or disability was unveiled yesterday. I think a lot of people would have seen it in the paper. Mylo is a support robot for people living with Alzheimer's and dementia and was developed by CR Robotics in Dundalk in County Louth. And it's an incredible thing.
So cute.
Well, when you think about people with dementia and, you know, a lot of the times physically they function very well. They just don't remember stuff that they should. And oh, well, actually, speaking of the devil, look who this
the
is.
angel.
Well, yes, I meant that in the most angelic form. This is Mylo. Hang on a second
Cute little thing.
Hello, Mylo. How are you?
Isn't he a dote? And is there 300 robots ready to go now, Mark?
There are, but I'll tell you what, the best thing we should do, actually, is talk to the person behind all of this, which is Candice Lafleur, who's Mylo's boss. Do you want to come in, Candice?
Hiya.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Good, and nice to meet you as well.
We were all fascinated by this when we saw it in the paper yesterday. I gave a very ham-fisted explanation of what Mylo does, but what was the inspiration for this?
Well, believe it or not, I had a major stroke when I was 32. It came as quite a surprise. And I was the youngest one on the stroke ward by a good 40 years for a couple of weeks. And there was this massive loss of independence. And I had no background in tech or medical. I had a business background, and I thought, well, there isn't really a solution for myself or the other people on the ward. Now, when you have a stroke at 32, you tend to recover pretty well, but when you have one when you're older, those independence losses are usually permanent.
Huge.
So instead of waiting for a larger tech company to make a solution, I got a team together and we made one.
Well, it is extraordinary when you consider and it's an awful way to put it, when you consider the customer base, potential customer base, how somebody hasn't done this previously. Okay, now, that's a great idea, but taking it from there and the drawing board to this,
yeah.
how did that happen?
Well,
how did it happen in Dundalk?
It's all about working with the right people and getting the right people to make him in the role. We work with RKM in Dundalk, who helped us to develop the software and develop the concept for Mylo. We have our own research team. We've got about 22 people in our office there, and then we bring in parts and people from all over the world to make this little guy in Dundalk.
You see, we see something like this and we think, oh, it's come from Japan or one of the really high-tech things. We don't imagine that it's happening just up the road.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit, what exactly can Mylo do?
Well, essentially, he's a home monitoring and companion robot. So we're aiming to help elderly people to get out of hospitals faster and stay in their own homes for longer. So he does things like if someone was to fall down in their home, he'll go and find them, and then he'll video chat directly to the family. So you can see what's going on, you can control Mylo, and you can control the situation better. But he'll also do things like daily living prompts, medication reminders. He'll go and find you and tell you it's time to take medication. He'll show you a picture of where it is. Trying to help people be more independent.
Right, all good. I'm assuming something like this costs an awful lot of money.
You'd think. It took a lot to develop him, but we're a social enterprise. We're trying to make healthcare like this and options like this for people affordable and accessible, so he's only €9 a day to rent. Less than the cost of an hour of home care. Yeah, social enterprise, it's a good thing.
Wow, €9?
Yeah.
Now, how Mylo looks is very important. I was just thinking
that he's cute.
Well, yeah, I get that, but you originally wanted to make him like Wally, was that right?
Well, if you've seen the Disney movie WALL-E, there's this girl robot on there.
It's the most beautiful robot ever.
I agree. There's this girl robot on there named Eva, and she has this really slick robot face. And I was thinking, that's the face I want. I don't care if Disney sues me, that's the face I want. And we tried it. We brought him up to a nursing home for reaction testing. They were like, yeah, nope. They wanted nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him. So we tried different faces. We tried something more humanoid. We tried even a dog. And then still, we weren't getting the reaction we wanted. But as soon as we did a cat, people came up, started petting him, interacting with him, no problems, which was good.
So hence Mylo looks like this?
My next option was an iguana, so I'm pretty happy the cat worked.
How did you end up with the name Mylo, by the way? It's a great name.
Well, thank you. It's easy enough to remember, but if you've ever been on a dementia ward in a nursing home, it's quite sad, and you hear often the word, people just calling out, hello, hello, and nobody answers. So we tried to find something that rhymes with hello, but not many other things, so we came up with Mylo, so now someone's going to answer.
The one question I would have is that having looked after a grandfather who had it, quite often confused, didn't know who I was, didn't know where he was, and could get quite anxious about that. I'm just wondering how somebody who was feeling like that, and it's quite a common symptom with people, would view a machine like this.
We're finding in trials across families in Louth that he's actually quite well accepted as a consistency. It's something that they have. It doesn't matter who's coming, who's
Is it
going.
because he looks like
there.
a piece of furniture or a television, or he looks like something that should be in the house?
In a way, but he looks like something that kind of belongs with them.
Yeah.
We even met with the Irish Guide Dog Association to get guidance on how dogs behave when they're in the home so they're not pestering the person, and we built that into him as well. But we're finding that he's able to remind people of who other people are, what they need to be doing. So it's easier for a robot to be gently reminding you in a very Canadian apologetic way. Very apologetic and
Canadians
polite.
are so nice.
A little bit, yeah.
It is absolute genius, Candice.
Oh,
and
thank
I
you.
imagine we're going to get a lot of response to this. If people want to know more about it, what do they do?
They can go to our website. It's
Which is?
heymylo.com, HEYMYLO.com. And yeah, you can see videos of Mylo working with people in the community. It's actually
€9
really cool.
a day.
Yeah.
€9 a day. Right. Now, that wouldn't be a waste of money. Anybody in the HSE is listening to me this morning. Claire and Laura, you're in the kitchen.
Incredible idea.
Gorgeous
He is
story.
gorgeous. Congratulations.
Love Mylo and Candice. Now, coming up after the break, we'll be making tasty oat muffins packed full of goodness with Sinead Delahunty.
Looking forward to that. See you in a few minutes. Thanks, Sinead.